Hello Pisces, welcome to your reading for the 28th of March until the 28th of February till the 8th of March. And yeah, it's going to be journal, so please, if something doesn't resonate, just let it go. And yeah, let's welcome the archangels, ascended masters, light beings, spirit guides, our higher selves, and any animal, ancestral, or dragon guides that may be assisting at this time, Pisces. Okay, let's just start grabbing some cards here for you, and we'll just see what's going to flip first of all, and then we'll go from there. Well, I sort of flipped that with my other thumb, didn't I? Which is sort of weird. Ten of Swords and the Eight of Swords. You could be feeling as though you are breaking out of something here. Seven of Wands and Six of Wands underneath. Interesting. I think you're coming to the end of a period of time where you've sort of been holding yourself back a bit, Pisces. I think you are moving out of that thing. And sometimes it's, we can hold ourselves back sort of subconsciously. So I feel that you, even on a subconscious level, you're coming into a stronger position here. Six of Wands. You're kind of really, I guess, moving beyond any subconscious tendencies to sabotage your talents. Okay. And by that we're talking about, when, perhaps in childhood or teenagehood we've repressed our abilities and talents. I think you're waking up out of that energy and you're no longer, you're just kind of going, well, I'm kind of done with this repression of my parts of myself that are no longer going to be repressed, which is fantastic. And here you are, the underlying theme is that, you're taking a stand for yourself here. You're, if these are around the outside, like the egoic voices of like, you can't do this or you shouldn't be doing that or whatever. You're sort of like going, you know what, you're going into battle with your ego, basically, Pisces, and you're coming out on top. You've got Six of Wands here, okay, which is awesome. Let's just see if there's something that's happened recently as well. Ten of Swords again, okay. Yeah, so you've realised that's, well, yeah. You know what's coming after the end is the beginning, okay? And here we go for you, Pisces. I'm going to grab a couple. Wow, Eight of Pentacles and the King of Wands. Yeah. Okay, well, actually, we'll look at these. Right, yeah. It's all happening. Okay, so, yeah, you've just let go of a whole lot of stress, self-sabotage. A lot of stuff that's been repressed is not being repressed, and you're kind of just really embracing this new spiritual energies coming in. And I think you're feeling a whole lot freer to just do your thing and work away happily at it here. This is you, King of Wands, Pisces. This is what you're hoping for in the future. You're hoping to move into, fiery passion, empowerment, and working in a way that is enabling you to do that. Or your future work role, your future tasks and projects are going to be fueled by this passion, okay, which is not the self-sabotage. It's not you trying to tick extraneous boxes that other people have kind of put there for you to think, yeah, I've got to tick that box, I've got to do that. So you're really kind of getting rid of your conditioning here, Pisces. You're kind of really, getting rid of all that extra superfluous sword energy, air energy, superfluous thoughts and energies that are not helping you. And you're really like, you're moving into this, standing there with your wand of empowerment and alignment. Lions have been coming through a lot for people. Lions could be an animal spirit guide that may assist you, or you might feel resonant with them, okay. Also the lion beings of Sirius. We've had a couple of cards flip here for Oh, we have the Queen of Swords in possible outcome. So yeah, there's going to be something in the future here which could be related to a new work role or something like that. A decision that you're going to be making as to how you're going to be working, and it's going to also be involving you deciding on what talent, skills, gifts and abilities you're going to be bringing forward. Okay. Yeah, in your possible outcome you also have the Tower here, and this can be a coming down to earth and an insight about yourself. And yeah, and I think you're going to be making, regarding this insight about yourself, or maybe this is something that's going to happen, you know, either maybe at your new work role or in some new creative projects or tasks. Maybe someone or something's going to happen, or someone's going to say something, and it's going to kind of surprise you. And I think you're going to be feeling like, wow, you know, this is you activating your intelligence and your personal truth. So you're going to feel more in alignment with your intelligence, your true north, okay, holding your sword of truth here. And yeah, that's really cool. And also in your position of your challenge, 10 of Pentacles. So this could be family stuff, maybe that might be a challenge at this time. But the Wheel of Fortune is to do with timing. So maybe there's a timing thing to do with, you know, like family, or to do with financial stuff that could be challenging. But this is also to do with the cycle. So maybe you have been, I mean, this could be a challenging cycle to let go of. Basically, perhaps you've been just really focused on accumulating material wealth. I know the 10 of Pentacles isn't just about that, but this is just something, a theme that's coming through with these two cards, is that if you've been focused on material wealth and ticking those boxes, those survival boxes of just doing, you know, maybe any job or a job that you think you're okay at that comes along that's not necessarily in soul alignment for you, but you know you can do it and you're good at it, okay. This has been a cycle that you've been doing, okay, and I feel like the challenge, because it's in the challenge, it could be something that you're either going to have, it's going to be a challenge to let go of that cycle, or it's going to be a challenge to move into a new cycle and working in a new way. So there's an old way of working and a new way of working. Okay. So I think how you acquired your financial income in the past, and what your family and friends knew you or thought you were, you know, who you were, is going to be changing. So maybe you're going to, you know, acquire income from doing different sorts of things to what you used to do. And you're also going to perhaps be hanging out with different people. And maybe the people that knew you before are going to be thinking, oh, wow, she's like, Pisces has changed, or there's something different about him or her, or, you know. Let's grab some spirit guidance here. Because you're letting go of a lot of deep stuff that's been holding you back. And you know how sometimes other people can like pigeonhole you and go, oh yeah, they're that type of person, you know, they do this and they do that. But then all of a sudden start letting go of all of the deep emotional stuff that's been holding you back. You do, you know, you may experience some deep change. And here we have totality, which is a 5 of Wands normally, but this is you coming into total mind, body, spirit, soul, like wholeness, Pisces. Okay, that's your spirit guidance there, which is pretty cool. Wow, consciousness as well. So, you know, if you love to meditate and you're experiencing different states of consciousness, that could well be part of the new you. Like maybe you didn't used to do that so much, and now maybe you're doing it more now. Okay. Let's grab the one off the bottom as well. Wow, trust. Wow, these are beautiful cards for you, Pisces. Okay, so this is about trusting that even though it may feel unfamiliar for you to step into a new you, it's saying to trust that new you. Maybe get to know it, you know, have a conversation, set up a dialogue between the old you and the new you, or the you that you are becoming. Okay, and you know, just really start to befriend that new you and just sort of really cultivate some trust. Both of these images are flying. I just really love this for you. It's so cool, and this is like your consciousness as well. So here you are flying, but you're trusting. Okay, trusting yourself, trusting the universe, trusting your guides, and trusting that the people in your life have been, you know, put there for a reason, and we can learn from any experience. Okay, and here is, you know, your totality. That's so cool. And 5 of Wands, 5 of fire, can also be that energy of honing yourself. You know, just going through some sort of change, which is sort of what you're doing here, Pisces. I really love how, you know, you're just kind of done with this and you are moving past this self. You're moving out of repressing your abilities and talents and gifts, okay, into a much, you know, a successful, you know, empowerment here. And you're going to be working in a way that is supportive of that too. You know, 8 of Pentacles. Okay, really nice. Let's look at the bottom of the decks here. 8 of Cups, yep, you're moving towards more fulfillment. Okay, this is definitely what you're doing here, Pisces. And the 5 of Pentacles. So, you know, there could be times when maybe you need a bit of help with something, or you might need to collaborate, or maybe you may have doubts. Okay, maybe you feel at times that you are kind of going things alone. Let's have a look here. Wow, 8 of Cups again. Wow. You have lots of 8s in your reading here, Pisces. 8s, I always think like it's that infinity. It's like the destiny, you know, that infinite kind of energy. So whatever you're moving towards here, it's sort of, you're going to be in it for the long haul. And maybe this is what, you know, the challenge is going to be for you to realize that the next thing you're moving into is going to be so awesome that it's going to allow you to create a legacy. Maybe you have a challenge seeing that at this time, but the more you continue, the more you will realize that, yeah, this is the new phase. Okay. Yeah, that's another interpretation. Now that's just come through as, you know, maybe you can't see that you're creating a legacy at this time, but you will. Okay, you are, because you are stepping out of that old conditioned self, or the conditioned personality, into the true you. Okay, and here you have the Empress, creativity. Wow, Pisces, this is freaking awesome. Okay, you're moving into abundance, divine feminine, earth connection. You're really grounded, and yeah, because a lot of that sword energy that you've let go of is really ungrounded energy, and you realize that, you understand that now, because here you are like on fire, which is literally you're transmuting all of that thought BS that you know, and that's part of our conditioned personality, is we buy into a lot of stuff, or we buy into, when I say that metaphorically, it's like we take on a lot of stuff when we form our personalities in order to like survive, or to fit in, or to you know, perhaps even appease, or you know, if we've done a bit of people pleasing, you know, and you know, a lot of us suffer from various degrees of like neediness if we haven't had the, you know, a loving childhood. You know, we you know, we try and compensate in other ways. But, you know, once you start letting go of all that, wow, just going to move into spiritual. And here you are, creativity. And this is a whole lot of other stuff as well with in your soul, okay? Your soul energy, which is what you're moving into here, is, you know, your truth, your authentic self is a part of that is your higher self, your higher consciousness, and a whole lot of creativity, the ability for you to transmute. You also have fire here, okay? Fire. Right, so thinking of the fire element, Pisces, as that transformative energy that's really going to help you to transmute that low vibe, but then to transmit your whole new approach to things, just that whole, a lot of your soul energy that's feeling freer, feeling stronger, and yeah, that's just awesome. And you're probably also receiving a lot of help from your guides at the moment. Okay, I think a lot of us are receiving a lot of help from our guides. And, you know, once again, this person flying through the air. Okay, but that is a water card. Trust, that is the the Knight of Cups in that deck. Okay, so that's also about love, trusting that the love that you can provide for yourself, the love that you can receive from your guides and other people that are resonant with you is awesome. Okay, so yeah, wow, 2 Eights of Cups. That's pretty cool. You're moving towards fulfillment now. Just fantastic, Pisces. I hope that's been helpful. I think we might wrap it up there. And yeah, I can't believe how great this is. Like the Empress. Okay. Really nice. So yeah, hope that's helpful. Look forward to your next reading. In the meantime, have a great day, a fantastic week, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.